Why not C natural, you ask? We're going to start with the hand frame of 1-4, 1-4 on each of our strings until we have that shape defined. Then, we'll be adding that second finger, don't you worry. We begin by making sure that we are set up correctly. Before you play, you always want to check in with your posture. So, if you have a stool, fantastic. If you have a chair to place your left leg on so that the instrument can lean against your body, terrific. If you've signed up a younger sibling, maybe ask your parents first. So here we are. I have my bass, and take a look. Hands-free device, just like California state law suggests. Then, I make my pizzicato hand with my right hand. That thumb flies down and into the fingerboard, anchors on the side, and now, with my index finger, I've got to find the A string. Remember, the open E, the thickest and closest string. Then next to open E, there it is, open A. So we're going to start by playing open A 4 times. 1, 2, open A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Here's the next thing we have to tackle. Getting our left hand onto the instrument the correct way without tension or discomfort. Here's what I recommend. You put that left arm away from your body. Relax your fingers and thumb and close your elbow, slightly rotating the wrist until your fingers are on the fingerboard. Let's look at that again, shall we? Out, relaxed, fly on in, fingers on the fingerboard. Couple things to pay attention to. Notice I'm on the tips of my fingers and my fingers are round. They are not flat. Bad news bears. Curve those fingers, and you'll be a happy camper. Next thing, take a look at my thumb. It is under my second finger. It's not way back here. It's not way down there. It's not hiding on the side of the bass, and it is definitely not wrapped all the way around the bass. Now, if you play electric bass, you might be in the habit of having that thumb around the neck. Different technique, different style instrument. For the upright bass, bring that thumb all the way underneath and around so you can have round fingers. Last thing to check in on, check out that arm and elbow. We're not at 90 degrees, but we're definitely not at 0 degrees, with the wrist down and the elbow touching my ribs. So, whoop, 45 degrees, tips of the finger, thumb under our second finger. All right, let's review the ABCs. If this is open A, what's the next logical note? B. That's right. We place our first finger on the first tape, or if you don't have tape, about 4 inches from the end of the fingerboard. That note is B. Now to make a good sound, pull the bass into your body. Make sure the string is firmly touching the fingerboard. If you don't pull the string in enough, it sounds like this. Kind of a thwacking sound, like dropping a bag of flour. Instead, pull into the bass. Here's the sound. Ah, that's better. So we have open A, and we have first finger B. Terrific. Last note to learn. Remember, we are not going to learn the second finger. We'll save that for later. Keep your arm open and get your fourth finger all the way up to the next available tape. Or, if you don't have tapes, make sure you can fit your fingers in between your left hand. That way, your hand is open enough. If you want to know a measurement, it's between 3.5 and 4 inches, depending on the size of your bass. That note, ladies and gentlemen, is C sharp. That sharp's important, so let's make sure to remember it. And now, let's practice it. Ready? Open A. 1, 2, open A. A. First finger down, now this is B. Fourth finger down, this is C sharp. First finger B and a ready and go. Fourth finger C sharp, ready and go. First finger B and ready and go. Open A and we're all done. If the tips of your fingers get a little bit sensitive, that's because they don't have any calluses yet. You've probably never had to use the tips of your fingers to do anything. This is pulling in a thick metal cord towards a fingerboard. You'll notice that when you pull the hand in, you might have some indents on the tips of your fingers. That's just your fingers growing, learning what it feels like to play the bass. Soon enough, you'll have strength in the hand and some calluses on those fingertips. Well, thanks for stopping by today, and I wanted to remind you of a couple of things. Number one, when you practice, and remember I said when, not if. When you practice, first focus on posture, because posture is more important than notes. So we want to make sure our fingers are round, our thumbs in the right place, our elbows up, and that we're balanced. Two, once you have that posture, learn the topography of your fingerboard, meaning learn the map, channel your inner Dora, figure out where everything is. We've got A, we got B, we've got C sharp. Once you're very comfortable with playing those notes and you can remember exactly where they are, start adding some music. You can add just written out note names, or you can start trying to find notes on the staff, and then see if you can look at the music and find the note without looking at your hand. Once you can do all of that, you're really making some great progress, and then you might be ready to add another variable, like using the bow. But please set up your left hand, make sure you know where the notes are, then you have enough bandwidth to focus on reading the music. When that's all put together, you can learn the right hand separately, then learn how to make a sound separately. Then we put it all together. And that's what we call saying, take time to save time. Learn how to do it right, and you'll have it forever. Because practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. So make sure you practice the good stuff. And if you practice every day, by the end of the year, you'll be taller.